My fellow Democrats, what a pleasure and honour it is to address your Provincial Congress today. I'm so immensely proud of what the DA has achieved in provincial and municipal governments in the Western Cape. This beautiful province is where the DA really gets to put its values into action. It's the one thing to tell young people and the poor what the DA would do to empower them to build a life they value, quite another to show them. As the saying goes, show me, don't tell me. Here we get to show people that where the DA governs, they're more likely to have a job and a house than anywhere else in the country. That where the DA governs, people have the greatest access to quality healthcare, basic services, and a road network in excellent condition. School children have the greatest chance of staying in school till matric, of passing matric, and of entering post-school education. This is the only province that kept paying subsidies to early childhood development centres during the hard lockdown and continued to feed hungry school children. Here we gained international recognition and acclaim for our drought response in the city of Cape Town and set the continental benchmark for disaster response in the face of the global coronavirus pandemic, building world-class field hospitals on budget and in record time. In the Western Cape, we get to show our commitment to clean government by returning the highest percentage of clean audits in the country and by implementing independent lifestyle audits for public office bearers. Here in the Western Cape, we get to show that our approach builds prosperity and that we are truly committed to building a better future for people. Democrats, we can reflect on our successes here, but we dare not rest. We dare not rest because there is still so much work to be done right here in this province. Still so many people suffering and in great need of a hand up out of poverty. We dare not rest because we must never become complacent of our majority in this province. We must never take people's trust for granted. And we dare not rest because we have a dead weight holding us back, slowing down our progress, presenting obstacles at every stage. That dead weight is our corrupt, incapable national government, hell-bent on centralising more and more control in the corrupt, incapable state, hollowed out by decades of cadre deployment and crony capitalism. If we're going to jettison this dead weight, we'll need the Western Cape every step of the way to constantly light the way to a better South Africa. It's been 11 years since the DA took over the running of the Western Cape in 2009. Just imagine where this province would be today if there'd been a DA-run national government all that time, supporting us, working with us towards a common goal of prosperity for all. Imagine how much more of a difference the DA could have made here to people's lives had we not had that dead weight of bad national policy constantly pulling us down. Imagine where we'd be if the DA had overseen the rail system and the police in the Western Cape. Imagine how much safer our streets would be, how much quicker and cheaper it would be able to get to work and back. There is still a long road ahead to bring real freedom to all the people of the Western Cape. But just think how much faster and further we could have travelled down that road had the DA been in national government. Poverty could now have been eradicated here. To have a job could by now be a personal choice for people, not some geluk, a matter of luck. Informal settlements could have been a thing of the past. Imagine the life prospects for young people here if they were not only living in a DA-run province, but in a DA-run country, where every policy is conceived with the central goal of giving people more freedom, more wherewithal to live the lives that they value. Democrats, this province shows the way to a better South Africa. It gives a glimpse of the latent potential waiting to be unleashed by an honest, capable national government committed to opening opportunities to all. And we dare not rest until that potential has been realised. Until the DA values that put the Western Cape ahead of other provinces on every metric of social well-being are the values on which the whole of South Africa is run. We dare not rest until the organising principles of our nation are the rule of law, a social market economy, non-racialism, and a capable state. until the rules of the game are designed to benefit the many rather than the connected few. Democrats, we dare not rest because we all know that the Western Cape is a lone beacon of hope in South Africa, whose river of dreams is fast running dry. Across the country, we see despair and desperation, decline and decay. But we are here today to reaffirm our commitment to South Africa and to all who live here, to recommit to our crucial mission to save our country from this destructive path we're currently on. We can understand the desire of many who live in this province for an independent Cape of Good Hope, because they see, as we do, what becomes possible without the dead weight of the ANC pulling us down. The DA strongly supports federalism, which brings power as close as possible to the people of each area. That's why Premier Alan Winde is pushing so hard for provincial control over rail and policing. But we cannot and will not give up on South Africa, because we are the only party able to arrest the slide and to turn things around. Only the DA has the size, the structures, the systems, the ideas, the values, the policies, and the track record to offer a distinct and credible alternative to the ANC national government. Now, the road ahead is not going to be easy, but we can get there if we stay true to our values and focus on what matters, bringing material improvements to people's lives and hope for the future to their hearts. The first milestone on that road is the 2021 local government elections. We can and must emerge from these elections with full majorities in more municipalities than ever before, and in more metros too. The more metros and municipalities we govern, the more we get to show the DA difference ahead of the 2024 national elections, where we can and must emerge as the leading party in a new national governing coalition, the next critical step on the road to a prosperous South Africa. As a party, we've been through a rocky patch, but we've had the courage to admit where we went wrong and to correct course. Always this process was democratic, it was professional, it was cordial, and it was amicable. So, we're entering the 2021 local government elections as a party able to look outwards, confident in who we are and in what we offer. When a party looks outwards, it moves forwards because it can focus on the people and their needs rather than the party and its needs. We're entering this contest strong, united, and clearly distinguishable as South Africa's best and most viable political alternative, with a flagship province that shows the way proudly forward. Thank you to each and every one of you for the part you have played in making the Western Cape the shining example of good governance in this country. It gives me enormous pride and confidence knowing that I can rely on the leadership and the expertise in the Western Cape to truly realize the DA's vision of a free, prosperous and non-racial South Africa. I look forward to working with all of you in the coming months and years as we deliver this vision to the country we are so lucky to call home. The country we love and the country we will not forsake. So let's roll up our sleeves and get out there to work.